Is it time to buy or sell Smith & Wesson Brands stock? In this video, we will delve into Smith & Wesson Brands. Our initial report was published on our website on Thursday, the 4th of September, 2025. And now we're here to offer you a more comprehensive analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay informed about our latest analyses. You don't want to miss any significant updates that could influence your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by exploring our newly launched AI stock analysis tool, powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Harness the power of AI and receive complimentary price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is intended for informational purposes only and should not be regarded as financial advice. Since the 27th of August, 2025, our system has classified Smith & Wesson Brands as a buy candidate, assigning it a score of 2.1. Now, let's examine the stock's performance during this time frame. We will keep monitoring this evaluation to observe how it develops in the upcoming days. This results in an average return of 0.0% per day since it was designated as a buy candidate. The stock is currently positioned within a broad and declining trend in the short term, indicating that further declines are likely. The existing 3-month trend points to a potential decrease of nearly 20% over the upcoming 3 months, with a possible return ranging from around -32% to -12%. In terms of the longer perspective, our 12-month analysis forecasts a projected decline of approximately 37%. According to our calculations, the stock's performance could vary from a drop of about 44% to a decline of around 24% over the next year. This would suggest a future price range between $4.57 and $6.24. Our latest daily update for Smith & Wesson Brands features the headline, Smith & Wesson Brands Incorporated, stock upgraded from hold, accumulate to buy candidate after Thursday trading session. On the last trading day, which was Thursday, the stock price of Smith & Wesson Brands Inc. increased by 2.37%, rising from $8.02 to $8.21. During that day, the stock fluctuated by 2.62%, reaching a low of $8.01 and a high of $8.22. Over the past 2 weeks, the price has shown an overall gain of 3.53%. Additionally, the trading volume increased, indicating a positive technical sign with 242,000 more shares traded compared to the previous day. In total, 832,000 shares were bought and sold, amounting to approximately $6,830,000. Looking back over the past 52 weeks, the highest stock price was $14.40, while the lowest was $7.73. Currently, the price is 42.99%, or $6.19, below the 52-week high, and 79.27%, or $31.40, below the all-time high reached on July 1, 2021, when the price peaked at $39.61. Smith & Wesson reports first quarter fiscal 2026 results after the close. Revenue of $85,100,000, down 3.7% year-over-year. Gross margin roughly 26%, and a net loss of 8 cents per share. This follows a challenging summer for the stock following weak fiscal year 2025 results, a significant quarterly earnings miss, tariff exposure, and a downgrade warning indicating that dividends and buybacks could be at risk due to rising inventory, declining cash, and higher debt levels. In the short term, expect renewed selling pressure and increased volatility. Investors typically react negatively to consecutive quarters of declining sales and losses, and analysts may lower their estimates or guidance in the absence of signs of margin recovery. Liquidity concerns and tariff uncertainties could further exacerbate outflows. Over the longer term, the narrative depends on demand normalization, inventory management, and cost restructuring. If management can stabilize margins, reduce leverage, and restore free cash flow, the stock could see a recovery. However, if overall gun demand remains weak and cash generation continues to falter, capital return programs and valuation may face permanent challenges. Analyst ratings. On Friday, the 21st of June, 2024, it was reported that Lake Street assigned SWBI a buy grade along with a hold action. On Friday, the 9th of September, 2022, it was reported that Lake Street also assigned SWBI a buy grade with a hold action. Analysts have assigned a general neutral rating to Smith & Wesson Brands stock. They have classified the price-to-earnings ratio as a strong sell and the price-to-book ratio as neutral. Regarding return on investment, analysts have also given the stock a neutral rating. The following signals have been identified for Smith & Wesson Brands. The chart today shows mostly positive signals. Smith & Wesson Brands Inc. stock presents buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, indicating a favorable outlook for the stock. Additionally, there is a general buy signal as the short-term average is positioned above the long-term average. In the event of a downward correction, support can be expected at levels of $8.13 and $8.09. A decline below either of these points would trigger sell signals. A buy signal emerged from a pivot bottom point on Friday, the 1st of August, 2025, and since then, the stock has appreciated by 6.07%. Further appreciation is anticipated until a new top pivot is established. Moreover, a buy signal is also indicated from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. Increased volume alongside the rising price constitutes a positive technical signal. The stock experienced a golden star signal on Tuesday, the 2nd of September, 2025, within the short-term chart. A golden star signal occurs when the short-term moving average, the long-term moving average, and the price line converge in a unique combination. This occurrence is quite rare and is often followed by significant and sustained gains for the stock in question. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, buy signal. Pivots, buy signal, observed 24 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal, also noted 24 days ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal, recorded 2 days ago. Long-term moving average, sell signal, identified 3 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 5 days ago. Upon reviewing the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, sell signal, noted 3 days ago. Long-term moving average, sell signal, identified 54 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 53 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you wish to discover more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for Smith & Wesson Brands. Smith & Wesson Brands Incorporated finds support from accumulated volume at $8.11. This level may present a buying opportunity, as an upward reaction can be anticipated when the support is tested. Generally, the stock exhibits very controlled movements, and with good liquidity, the associated risk is considered quite low. Over the last day, the stock fluctuated $2.10 between its highest and lowest points, which represents a change of 2.62%. Over the past week, the stock has experienced an average daily volatility of 2.15%. Before we dive into the potential trading levels for Smith & Wesson Brands, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, let's discuss the price-to-earnings ratio, commonly referred to as the PE ratio. This important metric measures a company's current share price in relation to its earnings per share. This represents a relatively normal PE ratio, frequently observed in companies with long histories or stable revenues. In other news, the upcoming earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is anticipated on the 4th of September, 2025. Analysts' consensus estimates are projected to be -12 cents. It is important to monitor these figures, as they can significantly influence stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for Smith & Wesson Brands. In case of an upward trend, the first resistance level for Smith & Wesson Brands is at $8.60. If you do not own any shares, you may want to wait for this level to be breached before entering a position. For those already holding the stock, this could be a level to consider for swing trading. On the downside, Smith & Wesson Brands encounters its first support level at $8.11. If this support level holds, it could be a good entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for Smith & Wesson Brands from various analyst sources is neutral. The most recent insider trade for this stock occurred more than 3 months ago. The latest transaction took place on the 5th of May, 2025, when McPherson Dina L. executed an insider sale of 615 shares of common stock. A recommended stop loss is set at $7.75, which reflects a decrease of 5.60%. This stock exhibits very low daily movements, resulting in minimal risk. A buy signal has emerged from a pivot bottom identified 23 days ago. Is Smith & Wesson Brands stock a good buy? Several short-term indicators are showing positive signs. Despite the stock being in a downward trend, we believe the current price level could present a buying opportunity, as there is a reasonable chance for the stock to perform well in the short term. We have revised our analysis from a hold to a buy recommendation since our last review. After examining the volatility and trading movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Friday, the 5th of September, we anticipate that Smith & Wesson Brands will open lower by approximately 6.33 cents, starting at $8.15. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should speak with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. You should not base your investment decision upon StockInvest.us. By using the information, you agree and are held liable for your own investment decisions. This is our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? Please comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a beautiful day. With regards from all of us here at StockInvest.